guys, welcome back to Being Speech Therapist. Today I am filming question and answers. There are a lot of parents who have a lot of queries regarding speech therapy and autism. So today I will be doing a question and answer session pertaining to this. So there are many parents out there who can benefit from this video. So let's get started. So first question which I am asked is, let's see what it is. So it is, what is the most important thing in speech therapy? Okay, so there is quite a lot to this question. It depends, so there is no particular thing that this is important in speech therapy, and without this, speech therapy will not happen. There are many things like that. So each speech therapist will have his or her own way of getting things done. So here the most important thing which according to me is the child's motivation. So anything the child is motivated with, let it be anything. When there is motivation, the child will be much more better at the speech therapy or giving a better response. So this can be anything. Okay, it can be anything. It can be a favorite toy, or it can be a favorite game, or whatever. Okay, or a favorite thing to eat. Okay, so it can be anything. So basically anything which helps the child to attain the target or response is important in the therapy. So it depends on different child. So each child will have different likings, each child will have different motivation levels. Okay, so maybe one child is motivated by thing A, the other child will not be motivated with the same thing. He will need some other thing. Okay, so it depends on the child. So how the child gets motivated to do the activity, to listen to the therapist. Okay, so if you have a child on a spectrum, on autism spectrum, the developmental milestone will be different. In neurodiverse children or in the spectrum kids, the development will be way different than the normal development. So for them it is different. Okay, so the developmental levels will change in an autism child. So the motivation level from each child differs. So we can't say that this is the most important thing in speech therapy. Okay, so now let's see what is the next question. So the next question which I am asked on daily basis, or any person outside the professional field, is, what is speech language therapy? Okay, so there are many people out there who still don't know what is speech language therapy is and what we do, what is the job description we have. So being a speech therapist is a varied career. Okay, so there is, you can work with any age people. You can work with children, you can work with newborns, you can work with adolescents, you can work with elderly population. Okay, so basically I love the difference we make in these individuals' life. Okay, so we get the liberty to choose our clients. One therapist can be interested to work in children, some other therapist may be interested working in adults. Okay, so it is different here. So here we can make the child, or we work on the child to attain communication. Okay, so most of the children who have communication disabilities or delays, or they're lagging behind in their milestones, we help the child with different techniques to get the child to normal or near normal level. Okay, so we can work with neurological disorders, we can work with adults with stroke, or we can work with adolescent or children with stammering or any voice disorders, voice difficulties. Okay, so this is what the speech language therapy is. Next, quickly coming on to the third question, what to do when my child seems to be lagging in speech development? Okay, so this question, I have most of the parents come up to me and ask me this question, like, what am I supposed to do when I get to know when the child is lagging behind or the child is not attaining the normal milestones? What am I supposed to do? What should I do? So many parents at this point, uh, they tend to, be blank. Okay, so they don't know what to do because it's their child. They are worried about the child. They fear what might be wrong with the child. So they end up doing nothing. Okay, so they just keep quiet, thinking what to do and what not to do, whom to ask, whom to take advice from. So here, what I have to say is when you feel that the child is having some kind of delay or when there is lagging in any of the speech or motor milestones, it is best that you consult your nearest speech language therapist or a speech language pathologist, okay, at the earliest. Since we believe in early intervention, we take as early as 6 months. Okay, so child as at the age of 6 months, early intervention can be given. So that is the best time for early intervention. Okay, so there is no time which is too early for the child to learn or to teach the child. Okay, so the moment you get to know or you feel or you doubt that your child is having some kind of a problem or there is some delay in the child, it is best that you seek a SLP or a speech language pathologist at the earliest. So the next question which I have got is, should I wait till the child is old enough for speech to emerge? Definitely no. Okay, you just should not waste time. As I told you earlier, we believe in early intervention. So the earliest you get the child will be benefiting from speech therapy and the child might communicate earlier. So there is no point in waiting for the child to outgrow the delay. Okay, I know there are a lot of other professionals who advise the parents to wait until the child outgrows it, or they say, that's fine. Once he grows up, he'll be fine. So there is no need to worry. So there are many people who advise parents by saying this, but this is totally wrong. So the moment the parent gets to know that the child is having some kind of speech delay, get him to a speech language pathologist or a speech therapist, because I'm emphasizing on this that early intervention is very, very important for the child. So I'll explain why it is, because what we call is there is something called as critical age or critical period. Okay, so this is the period where the child brain plasticity will be at the highest. Okay, so this will start from the child is born to until the child is up to 4, 5, even up to 6 years, you can say. Okay, when I say brain plasticity, it is that the neural networks in the brain will be growing rapidly at this period. So each child, anything, new language, new skill, the child will be learning quickly, just like this, because neural plasticity or the neural networks will be growing in the child's brain at the rapid rate. This happens even at the older stages, but at the slower rate. So that is why we emphasize on early intervention for the child. Okay, so it is best that the child gets speech therapy at this phase and not missing out on this golden period for the child to learn. Okay, so the earlier you get the child, the earlier the speech therapy will start, and the child will be grasping more skills and he will be able to communicate by the coming years. Okay, so the answer for this is definite no. You are not supposed to wait. So these are few questions which I am asked on daily basis by lots of parents, not one or two, but many parents have these queries. These are the basic questions which I am asked on daily basis. So if you have any questions regarding your child's development or regarding your child's milestones, or if your child is having any kind of problem, you can drop in the question below in the comment section, okay, or you can send me an email. My email is also there, okay. So if there is any question by any one of you, you can drop in a question here, okay. So bye bye.